California lawmakers have approved a new gun tax that will pay for school safety improvements. The bill adds 11% to the cost of both guns and ammunition. The revenue will go to gun violence prevention programs and security improvements at public schools. That new tax is not charged directly to the consumer, but to the stores that sell guns and ammo.
Tuesday, news broke that the IRS and other federal agencies have been stocking up on thousands of rounds of ammunition as civilians face shortages. And President Biden continues to claim no one needs such volumes of bullets. So after this story broke, I decided to do some digging. And what I found out is just crazy, the amounts of ammunition over the years these agencies have purchased. And not only ammunition, but silencers and other weapons that you would think they wouldn't need. Like I said, I found out a lot of information that I'm going to give out to you, but the video is probably going to be longer than usual. One of the other government agencies that you wouldn't think that needs ammunition is the Railroad Retirement Board. I didn't even know there was a Railroad Retirement Board, but they purchased ammunition as well. So with the IRS, all you would think they would need is to be in their cubicle and have their calculator in their computer, but not busting down doors and not emptying their Glocks on fellow Americans. But it is troubling that in just 2022 alone, and we're just 6 months into the year, the IRS has spent around $725,000 on ammunition. So is Biden's plan to disarm Americans, open the border, empty the prisons, but they for sure will still collect taxes. And apparently they need $725,000 worth of ammunition to get the job done.
Biden has made it pretty clear he wants to take away our guns.
What do you think, the deer you're hunting or wear Kevlar vest? What the hell you need 20 bullets for?
A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
No amendment to the Constitution is absolute.
But while he tries to claw back at your Second Amendment, we're learning that he's quietly arming the government to the teeth. Federal agencies are buying up an unprecedented amount of ammo, but not for the FBI or the DEA. Agencies that we'd never even heard of are stockpiling ammunition like the apocalypse is around the corner. Do you know what the Railroad Retirement Board is? Doesn't matter. They spent thousands of dollars on 9mm bullets. Are we worried about train robberies? I'm not sure why an American taxpayer is buying retired conductors' bullets. The IRS is also loading up. They've spent $750,000 on ammo just this year alone. That's enough for a small army. I guess Zelensky has enough. The timing's strange. The country's going through an ammo shortage, and the government's buying up as many bullets as they can get their hands on. Is that related? Why is the Biden administration doing this? I don't know. Is Biden weaponizing the IRS again like Obama did against the Tea Party? What does an accountant at the IRS need a firearm for? I'm going to pay my taxes, guys. I swear, don't shoot.
Did you know California is now the first state with an 11% tax on gun and ammunition sales? It took effect yesterday. Action News Now reporter Diego Moctezuma is live at Downrange Gun Store in Chico. Diego, what did licensed gun sellers tell you about this new law?
Kelly, the director of Downrange here, tells me that the new tax is to limit concealed weapons in public, and that could also slow down sales at stores like these. The new 11% tax is on top of the current 8.75 sales tax rate in Chico, plus an 11% federal tax already in place. That's almost a 30% tax now. Now, with this new law now in effect, he says buyers may not want to spend the extra money.
We absolutely anticipate there's going to be some damages caused to our sales and to the training community.
This week, the Biden administration took steps to combat so-called ghost guns. Those are homemade firearms that can be assembled with kits or 3D printers. President Biden announced new rules that would allow the weapons to be treated like other guns made and sold in the U.S. That includes requiring sellers to run background checks on buyers.
Every time there's a shooting, we play this ridiculous theater where this committee gets together and proposes a bunch of laws that would do nothing to stop these murders.
Okay, so again, we're talking about the state of Michigan here. We're looking at Senate Bill number 1134, and it says The people of the state of Michigan enact, and I would like to point out that the state of Michigan recently turned red, so obviously the people of the state of Michigan are sick of seeing stuff like this. But again, it says the people of the state of Michigan enact Section 224G. 1. Except as otherwise provided in this section, an individual shall not do any of the following. A. Sell, purchase, transfer, own, possess, carry, or transport a deceptively colored firearm. Now, deceptively colored is a term that you're going to hear a lot throughout this, and it's basically anything that's not a government-approved color.
So what are we getting at here? Well, the government is trying to take your ammo, and of course, this is not news to you. However, they are currently taking it, and they're doing it in 5 different ways. And of course, depending on which state you reside in, some or all of these will be affecting you. So this is the way that the U.S. government is currently taking your ammo. Number 1, by prohibitively taxing it. Yes, many states around this country are putting an excise tax that is very cost prohibitive. Ultimately marking up ammo 11 to 39%, really making it unaffordable for many Americans, and really considering it like a sin tax. You know, you got your excise tax on cigarettes, alcohol, weed, and of course your bullets. You know, so they're making it. People are not able to buy the ammo they wish they could. I'm a middle-class person in the U.S., and many times I go to the ammo store and I think to myself, I can't buy what I'd like to buy because it is too darn expensive. You throw 11 to 30% on top of it, it greatly, so you're talking a vast majority of Americans can't afford the ammo they would like to buy right now. Number 2, by severely restricting it. There are already states that are limiting the amount of ammo that you can buy. Many aspects of the federal government will red flag you based on the amount of ammo that you buy. Limited access to certain ammos, by limiting the stores. There's certain states that the number of stores selling ammo have been reduced by 75% in the last decade. So by limiting your access, and really it's just this severe restriction of your access to ammo is taking away your ammo. Number 3, excessive regulation of ammo. You can go on and on about excessive regulation of ammo, what you can buy, when you can buy, who can buy, documenting what you buy. There's many states that you have to document what you buy, because if you look at the 1968 Gun Control Act, part of that was there was a register. Anytime you went and you bought ammo, you had to kind of log it. Who bought ammo? What did they buy? But it just became this excessive amount of paperwork that, of course, then by the 1980s, get rid of this craziness. So what has happened is the government is leaning into that and saying, no, you do need to regulate what you buy. I've said this many times. You should never have to log or document your ammo. And there's many people around this country that's how they have to buy ammo. Number 4, forced background checks. When I bought a gun, I passed a background check. I don't need to pass another background check every time I fill it with ammo. This is a major problem. There are many states around this country making it mandatory to pass a background check every single time you buy ammo. And this is a major, there are many Americans, they just simply can't go buy ammo because of this reason. And finally, number 5. Banning ammunition. The efforts to ban certain types of ammunition goes on daily. This is never going to stop, never has, never will. So there you go. There's at least 5 ways that the government is currently taking your ammo away from you.
As Dean Adamski checks his shelves of ammunition for sale at his firearms store in Alden, he's well aware of some customer frustration since the state of New York is now requiring him under the new law to record information about any ammo purchases, including not just the customer's name, address, date of birth, and type and quantity of ammunition, but also their occupation.
People question, like, why do you need my driver's license for ammo? I've been, 70 years old, and why are you taking all this information? So, I mean, people are apprehensive about it. I mean, most people understand it. It's not me, it's the state. But there's some people that are just don't know why it's so absurd to them.
And there are some quirks now, like getting ammunition for shotguns and rifles, which do not require owner permits unless they're semi-automatic weapons.
Ammunition, including anything shotgun, the same process. You got to take all their information down, how much ammo they bought, what they bought, caliber, gauge, whatever it is. All the information has to be taken, no matter whether it's shotgun, rifle, anything.
Adamski estimates that ammunition purchases represent about 20 to 30% of his business, and while some types have been hard to get with apparent manufacturers' supply chain issues, he's also worried that come next September of 2023, the state, once it actually pays for a workable database system, will start requiring a background check for people purchasing ammunition, and it may have some kinks for gun dealers, just like when the federal NICS background system for gun purchases went into effect in 1998.
Hunting season comes up, people are going to have to deal with the current rules if they want their ammo, that we got to take their information. What scares me more is hunting season next year if there's a background check system. I agree on background checks with the guns, okay? Ammunition, it's getting pretty invasive.